I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about the family court system, the civil rights movement that we're having now, and how this all goes together. Because children are also part of this. And it has a deep effect on the fathers out here. There's so many of them that are getting killed. In 1914, Philadelphia had its first family court set up, but it was developed in 1910. Philadelphia is known to have the most dogged, hunted court there is. So, they have a nice big plaque talking about how they dog our fathers. Not a big plaque talking about how they made sure that these kids had both parents involved. How they did the best for the children. Instead, they have a plaque talking about how they just dog out the dads. Because for one, it was developed to be an equal investment for the child from both parents. Have them both involved, get the kids the things they need, and now it becomes something like, just the mother's input. The father is irrelevant. All you need is money. He can't pay you up, put him in jail. Kind of like how they want to keep those beds stocked. So, it's a money system. It funnels, and it's rolling downhill just like everything else. So the people who get affected the most are the people who are the most disenfranchised. And I have to say, out of everyone, it's going to have to be the black male. Black women won't have an issue with that. But as I see it, I think they get celebrated enough. And black men don't get celebrated at all. So I'm going to discuss black men and our issues. Because, we don't have a platform. So I want to put this out there for us. You know what I mean? And for the people out there who actually support us, including our black women and whoever other women that we may have. Now, there was a bill passed in 2020. Well, it wasn't passed, but it was introduced in January of 2020. Philadelphia. We want to talk about Philadelphia because that's where I'm from. Born and raised. I wasn't. Philadelphia may have the worst system, but I'm pretty sure there's other court systems as well that have the same issues or very similar. So if those guys out there, please give testimony. I would like to hear what you have to say. Drop a comment, hit me up. We can discuss things further. You need some more information, I'm privy to give it to you. I'll give you everything I know. This is for the greater good. This is for not just for us, it's for our children. There was a civil rights movement. It was mostly overseas. They had a big movement, but it died down in 2018. But due to that movement having some international, people seeing it across the board, except for over here. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I had to look them up, but I guess they had some international spotlight. So, certain bills were actually introduced. Kentucky being the first one to pass their bill for equal parenting rights. Philadelphia just had one place now, but we got this bull. What's his name? Michael Burton. He's saying that if we pass this bill, it's going to take us back from 1910. I was trying to figure out where was it going to take us back. Was it going to take us back to the 1800s? Because we didn't have nothing before 1910, and we didn't have nothing after 1910. Hasn't been a single revision to this since we had it. Now it's 2020. 2020, from 1910 to 2020, hasn't been a single revision. Not for the cost of living, the change of lifestyle, the dynamic in the households being changing. How's more fathers at home, more mothers out working. 1910, more mothers were at home, the father was out working. That dynamic changed greatly across the board. Now, for the most part, it takes two parents, or at least both spouses, to actually work to continue to hold a household down, especially for those that are below middle class. And middle class included, actually, because the middle class is getting poorer as well. It requires two people to actually put in the work to hold a household down. So how can a system that was in place in 1910 have the same value as it does now? It can't do the same thing. It can't ever be equal because it doesn't have the same provisions that most of our laws have, to take in consideration our change of lifestyle, the cost of living, and a changing dynamic between our relationships. So, and it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. It's really hard to find information. It was really hard to get people to tell you the truth. It's like people are brainwashed. They're lying to you. You can't get the lawyers to tell you the truth. You can't even go to the family court and get the lawyers to tell you the truth. Nobody wants to give you information that'll help better you. And this guy, Michael Burton, is trying to keep the money right. You see, because if only 85% of households have income disappears and becomes like 50%, that they may be coming out of his pocket. Because the prison system has something to do with it. The cops, the lawmakers, the judges, everybody's getting a piece of the pie. Except for the father. They're the ones coming out their pocket. And maybe a few mothers too that's coming out their pocket as well. But these systems doesn't benefit the children. If only 15% or less of households have their fathers, how exactly are we doing justice for our people out here? These kids need parents in order to help build our society. And upstanding citizens are so it's like this dynamic where mainstream media would like to say they don't have their fathers involved, they don't have both parents involved, so that's why this person turned out this way, turned out that way. Psychologists like to say that too. If that's the case, if this is the case, then why is it that something like this is even allowed to exist? But I know why. Because as long as you keep the people down, you can keep making money off of their problems. You can keep using them, manipulating them, abusing them, and taking everything from them. So I believe Michael Burton is in play for that. He's trying to get money off of people. He may have been already getting money from people, and he's been getting money this whole time. So he's saying it's going to take him back. He's saying it's going to take him back. He needs the money he needs his money to come up. He don't want to go back to the way he was living before. I'm going to do some research on this guy. For somebody who's in the work of dealing with people, he's out for self. He's not out for the kids. And he's expecting the mothers to back him up on that, which I do believe they will. Because it's been a lot of this going around too. For them, they've been taking advantage of it as well. And of course, all of this is at the detriment of the children, because they come last when it comes to the needs of their needs, their actual psychological needs. So, those out there, those fathers out there, I know y'all struggling, y'all need help. Hit me up. You know what I mean? Hit that like. You don't have to subscribe, but you won't want to after I start dropping these dimes on you. And also, put in the comments, some issue that you have. Let's have a conversation. If it's real, if it's something crazy, put it in there if you want me to talk about it. I'll do all the homework for you. I'll bring it to your attention. Just hit me with it. Tell me what you need. Let me help you. There ain't too many leaders out here, and I know they might want to take me out for this, but just believe. That don't scare me. hit me up so I can put it down for you. Peace and love.